Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. I want to start doing this thing where I make unscripted commentary videos, which in case you don't know what that is, it's basically where I talk about a certain subject and the words I talk just come out from my mouth. I'm also not going to do any edits to the videos themselves because I want these videos to be as natural as possible. If I do say something very controversial, something I'll obviously cut that out, but besides that, basically everything I say will stay, including voice cracks like the one I just did. So I'm going to be doing a variety of topics on this series, if you would call it that. It can be Algodoo stuff, it can be Roblox stuff, it can be just a lot of different types of things. But to start off simple, I'm going to be talking about Algodoo. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about my opinions on the evolution of mob racing. If you've ever looked at how mob races looked back in 2014 or so to how they look right now in 2023, you can definitely tell that mob races have evolved quite a bit. Also, I want to start with a quick history lesson of sorts of mob racing. So to my knowledge, the first ever mob racing video done on Algodoo was done on the Jack and Jelly YouTube video, Mob Race 2, and this was made all the way back in 2008, which is a very long time ago. That is like 15 years ago from now, which is insane. And mob racing didn't really go off that big for a while. In fact, I'm pretty sure the next big mob race video wasn't until 2011 when KH, which, by the way, Jack and Jelly and KH all handled by the same person, by the way. Let me continue. That was until KH made the Amazing Mob Race Part 1 video back in 2011. And that started a new chain of mob racers like Algodoo, John Dubuck, Jack Sparrow, Eric Facet, etc. And this same thing has been going on, and they've been doing mob races for like a few years. But then in 2016, 2017, close to that amount of time, they all started getting bored of Algodoo and decided to move on or just did something completely different, which I don't blame them because I started making mob races back in 2019, and it's been over 3 years since then, and I'm honestly getting kind of bored of mob racing myself. Now, in case you're wondering, no, this does not mean I'm going to quit making mob races, because I do have a little bit of interest in them, and this is not that type of video to discuss that type of thing. I might make a whole separate video of that itself, but for now, I just want to talk about the evolution of mob racing. Anyways, these people left, and they're replaced with new people like, the Marvelous Marvel, and those other types of Algodoos from around that time. King Lime Pie 2, the Marvelous Marvel, King Lime Pie, and quite a few other people from 2016. Then they left. Then my generation came along in 2019 or so with me, channels like Rom Hannah, 3 to the 7th Pound, I think, Marco Perez, us. And around this time is when a lot of us kind of started leaving. I mean, Rom Hannah completely left mob racing and moved on to Minecraft videos, which you should totally check out because his videos are cool. Marco Perez still makes mob races, which is cool, and so does 3 to the 7th Pound, which is also cool, but there are quite a few other people from around my time that have quit by now, and I completely do not blame them, because like I mentioned before, me myself have gotten kind of bored of mob racing. But again, this is not that type of video to discuss that. Anyways, quite possibly the biggest change to mob racing would happen in 2020 when a channel known as Mykin joined. Everyone here knows Mykin. He has way more subscribers than the second most subscribed Algotuber. It is even close. I'm pretty sure the second most subscribed Algotuber only has around 150,000 subscribers, while Mykin has over 800,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure he's also quite close to reaching a million subscribers, which would make him the first ever current Algotuber to do that. Unless you count former Algotubers, where I think Reforce was a former Algotuber. Yeah, he was. He used to make Mario Racing videos. And Maiken's videos were way different than Mario Racing videos. Instead of having courses that had the classics blue sky background with the black course, this one was much more different. It had I don't really know how to describe these types of races. You definitely know which races I'm talking about, so I don't really have to, but they were really different from the Mario races even right before then. And something that I've been noticing is that a lot of other channels have been copying that same style and using it. Now, in the past, especially back when this started happening, I always vouched about how Mario Racing was being ruined and all that stuff, and about how Mario Racing needs to go back into the way it used to be. When in reality, I think this change is quite positive. Now, don't get me wrong, growing big on Mario Racing has gotten way harder. Like, back in 2014 or so, all you had to do was post frequent Mario Racing videos regardless of the quality, and you would get you'd get like 1,000 subscribers or so. Nowadays, you have to really work for it, which I don't mind that much because I'd rather work very hard for that goal than to basically do nothing and to get a lot of subscribers. So it really makes you have to think, which is something I like. And Mario Racing became less like it was with creators like John Dubak, Jack Sparrow, all those types of people, and like a little bit above there as well, to Mario Racing like Maiken. Now, there are still Mario Racers who do still use the original style, but most of them are really small or have crits or have crit. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing, because in reality, these new types of races are attracting a lot more different types of people onto here. I have noticed a lot more people joining the Algotuber community since these channels started erupting. The Mario Racing community was a pretty niche part of the internet back in like 2014 or so, and you can still make an argument that still is now, but you can definitely counterpoint that by looking at these videos, because like I said before, Maiken has nearly 1 million subscribers, and they also, and a lot of the videos also have well over 100,000 views, with quite a few of them with over 1 million views. So I think Mario Racing is kind of turning into something big. However, that itself isn't that good, because the bigger Mario, because to be honest, I kind of like Mario Racing back when it was smaller, because a lot of people would say that the community growing would be good, but for me personally, I kind of want to stay small, because it'll make us more closer together, like the people who make Mario races and such. No, not make us go farther away. However, if this community is going to grow a lot, then I'm definitely not against that. I'd rather it be small like it was beforehand, but if the community grew, I wouldn't throw attention over it. I'd just let it be, because in reality, that's also a pretty good thing. And in reality, Mario Racing in that type of form is still active, like I said beforehand. There are even Mario Racers who have returned, like Eric Facet, kinda, the Marvelous Marble, I think, and a few others, meaning that they will be making videos now, and will probably continue with the same style they had beforehand. Which, if you're one of these channels, thank you very much. You are awesome. It's very cool that you went on break for years and are coming back in a small community like this. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for turning. And yeah, that's my opinion on the evolution of Mario Racing. Although it could come with its downsides, like how I want Mario Racing to stay a small community and not totally globalized, like saturated and that type of thing, which is always starting to happen because I've started seeing brands like Nickelodeon doing mall races, which I don't know if this is just me. I cringe whenever I see that type of stuff. Although they are allowed to do that stuff because, well, I don't know why they wouldn't be able to and why they wouldn't want to because mall racing is a big community and most of the people in that community are children. So are children, or at least tweens. So yeah, that would definitely make sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's probably going to be very weird to look at it because for a lot of it I'm stuttering or coughing or that type of thing. But I want to do this because I feel like if I don't have to constantly edit things and be able to just do commentary videos like this, I'd be more willing to go up to my microphone and start talking because I don't have to worry about vigorously editing every small minute detail because although I do like editing, I'm the type of person who, if I have to do something very tediously and very precise for a long amount of time, I do not want to do it, which is the main reason why I don't really like doing commentary videos if I have to edit them, because the amount of time I would have to take to vigorously edit this video with all the cuts out would be so annoying, and I really hope I'm not seen as lazy for that because I'm not trying to be lazy. I would love to go and edit these videos to make them more polished, but I feel like if I try to force myself to, I'd go and delete all the footage from this video and just not upload it in general. So this is the only way I'm going to get myself to upload these types of videos on YouTube. So I hope that they'll worth it in the long run. Anyways, Sebastian out.